Welcome to Gibson Guitar Repair and Restoration. Today we're going to show you how to string your guitar. Let's first go over some of the terms we'll be using. Here's the tailpiece studs, the bridge studs, the bridge thumb wheels for adjustability up and down, the 6 individual saddles, adjustable forward and back for intonation, the pickup, the height adjustment screws, the 6 individual pole pieces which are adjustable for string balance. Here's the nut, the truss rod cover, the tuner shaft, and the tuner button for adjusting the string. When I cut my strings off, I may be the only one who does it this way, but what I like to do is to lay the meat of my arm across the string, put the edge of my finger up against the tailpiece so that when I cut the string, I don't get any whiplash from the string itself, and the string end doesn't come out and nick the top of the guitar. So, there we go. And they're out. Now to remove the string from the tuner, grab the string, unwrap it from the tuner shaft till you reach where you've kinked over the other end, and you just need to kind of work it out of there, work it around that little bend and pull it through, move on to the next one. Now to load the strings onto the tailpiece, hold the tailpiece this way, bring your largest string, load it through, pull it through, it'll stop, and then move on to the next string. Okay, I've got my strings loaded in my tailpiece. I like to do the strings all at once, remove them all at once, install them all at once. It cleans up the operation. It also gives you a chance, while the strings are off, to clean the guitar and lubricate the fingerboard. So I'll load the tailpiece onto the tailpiece studs, thread the string through the tuner shaft. I like to curl it back about like that to allow for extra wraps, and I'll show you why in a minute. Kink the string at the outlet of the tuner shaft, bring it around underneath, and then kink it again up against the string. Put the winder on and wrap it up. And you want to hold the string against the bottom of the shaft while you're winding so that it'll pull up against the upper wraps and tighten up the whole thing. Cut it off and I'm ready to go. Once you have the strings installed and at or near pitch, it's important to stretch them out. The way to do that is grab the neck near the headstock, put 2 or 3 fingers under the string, anchor with your thumb, and just lift with your 3 fingers while you're pushing down with your thumb. Go all the way up the neck, right on up to the nut. Don't pull it out of the nut slot. But what that'll do is you get up here, you'll pull your string wraps good and tight too. This is extremely important. You want to have all the stretch out of your strings before you're playing. You don't want to bend a string and have it drop 3 steps. Be careful on the B and the E. Too much pressure and you'll snap the string. But you may do it a time or 2 before you get used to how much pressure to use, but it'll pay off in the long run even if you sacrifice a couple of strings. Here's a handy tip. Get yourself one of these. It's called a string winder. It's invaluable. Put it on the tuner button, crank it up or down. It'll save you probably 5 or 10 minutes per string change. Okay, now you should be ready to string and tune your guitar by yourself. So thanks for joining us here at Gibson Repair and Restoration.